Alright, I want to talk about cigarettes and consuming nicotine products on a regular basis, the positive and negatives that come with that. Um, I'm going to be very back and forth in this video, but stick with me because I feel like I make some pretty good points. I'm just going to paint a little picture before we dive into it. I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 8 years old. Both my parents smoked my entire life, for the most part. Uh, uh, Obviously, I was never really turned off by them if I've been smoking that young. But yeah, I kind of thought they looked pretty cool, especially my dad back in the day. But he had to put down cigarettes because he got COVID pretty bad and it hit his lungs and fucked him up pretty bad. So he put down the cigarettes when that happened and hasn't touched them since. And I really do commend him for that because it can, if you don't control it, it can be an addiction. You know, it is a very addictive substance. But with all that being said, I still can advocate for nicotine just because of the level of focus that it gives you. You know, much like caffeine, it gives you an immense level of focus. And if you direct that towards the correct things, it can be very lucrative. Let's say but if I were to ever recommend nicotine products, it would have to be the more premium tobaccos, just to lower that risk. You know, they're just there's not as many chemicals. It's not as mass produced like the cigarettes that you see in the gas station. You know, that shit's terrible for you. But yeah, with that level of focus, if you direct that towards like your business, you will definitely, more than likely, have enough money to keep up with your dental health, and that is the only way that you can make the ROI positive on cigarettes, is if you have the money to keep up with your dental health. But yeah, that ROI can be extremely positive if used correctly, you know. But for me personally, you know, I'm way too broke to keep up with that shit. I need to stop. And as of the start of this channel, I have stopped. And you know, I smoke weed too. You know, I used to do other drugs, and I've stopped all those. And I'm not too worried about the weed, like I said in my last video. But quite honestly, the nicotine kind of scares me because I am a heavy smoker, and it is gonna have an effect on my mental health as I'm coming off of it. But hey, that's why I started this YouTube channel. I have something to do in replace of the time I would normally be spending smoking. So yeah, that's what you have to do if you guys are at home are struggling with any sort of addiction and you're trying to get off of it. The number one tool that I've heard and have applied myself to get off of addictions is to just spend your time doing something else. You know, you have to replace that time, not with another drug, not with another self-deprecating practice. You like go work out, go start a fucking YouTube channel, go fucking start anything, really, anything productive. But there's many ways to kill that time, and I'll probably have no problem finding things to do with my time. You know, I keep plenty busy nowadays. At least I'm trying to. And I'll be documenting all of that. I'll be documenting how I feel coming off, and the pros, the cons. You know, I'll definitely be pretty down at some points. I've quit cigarettes before, and it fucking it makes me piss, man. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm in much better control of my emotions nowadays. So hopefully it'll be a pretty smooth transition. But yeah, I'll probably talk more about this in the future. And y'all can debate me in the comments. But yeah, if you have really the moral, the takeaway from this video from my thoughts are really just have the money to keep up with your dental health, if you want to smoke. But or honestly, just drink caffeine, just drink coffee, sugar-free Red Bulls, shit like that. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. I hope this helps. Christ is King.